And we're back to the finals of our Evo Cup. I know this has been a little while since the actual event happened, but we've been a little busy. We have Seabit on the left piloting Dorbick, and we have the creator, Tony, doing Leomon. As always, this is the Golden State Kings and Kings Court. Welcome back, and let's watch this game unfold. This is the finals. This is the final match, obviously. Sorry, had to think about what I was going to say for a second. Oh, by the way, if you hear a fan going on in the background, it's a little warm in Cali right now, so try not to toast. Alright, looks like we have the mulligan and the setup already done. And let's see how this goes. Leomon and Dorbick are both interesting matchups. One wants to get deleted, and the other wants to delete. Seabit opens up Koro into Geo and Fireball. His standard opening turn 1. Hatches free, Alec, and Leo. And sets up a green memory boost. It looks top 4. Adds the loader Leomon. Ooh, the HPD going to the bottom is Sag Boy Hours. Plays the red memory boost and bot decks the Crimson Blaze, which can be useful in this matchup. And swings for a check and draws 1. Or draws 2, excuse me. And then sets Memory Setter Hero. If you don't already know why did Seabit first play the boost then attack, is because if Gilmon had gone down in security, he would not have been able to play the option. Pops the green boost, you develop Leo, goes to loader Leo, deletes the Geo, and hits a fireball to draw 2 for Seabit, and then digivolves into Heavy Leomon for 4. For 3, excuse me. Wait, no. It's 4. And now he has a big card, big boy. Plays Analog Youth. Probably going to grab the Dorbick. Trashes the tie, which is unfortunate, but in the matchup here, you don't need many that swings. Plays another Fireball. And plays Red Memory Boost, digging for pieces, but honestly, in this matchup, your pieces are going to have to get you through because of how Heavy Leo will digivolve you and DP minus you if it gets deleted, so getting rid of the Heavy Leomon is the big problem with the Fortitude. And hits a Majiramon, and then hits another Majiramon. No one suspend, uses Mimi, swings Leo, and digivolves Leo into a loader Leomon. Hits a Gamma, and then passes turn. Alright, so Seabit needs to at least somehow clear the board here, or else he has game next turn. Realistically here. Pops the red boost. Has Fortitude. Seabit, thank you for getting in camera. And what are you going to do now? Hits Geo X. Digivolves the Ginryu. Ginryu is going to stun the loader Leo, so it can't suspend. And then Oh, for context, you're wondering why Ginryu was able to digivolve on top of the red Geomon X. As long as the Digimon has X antibody in the traits, it can digivolve on top. We see the Dorbick come out. And Seabit is now organizing the stack because of the digivolving inheritables and the digivolve. So popping the Leomon. And it gets digivolved down once. So Dorbick is still going to be a Dorbickmon. And it's going to swing, I believe this will be 3 checks. At 13, I believe. Oh, no, 4. It's 4 checks. And Ginryu will swing game unless, yeah. I do not know if at the time Tony was playing the Mega Gargo Ace. If he was, that would have been like the biggest you got my trap card moment. So that was game 1. Seabit took it relatively close. I think if he hadn't found a way to answer that board, he was not going to win. Now that we're at the waypoint, getting set up. Make sure to give us a like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications, so you know when we upload consistently, I would say so. Also, make sure to follow the social medias of not only us, but Tony's will also be linked down below in the description box. And question of the day, Tamers, Digi-Destined, and digital companions of all ages. How are you guys feeling about this format compared to last format? Are you excited? Are you already tired of it after 1 week? Let us know. And for those of you who chill watching our videos, thank you. Make sure you have some snacks. Alright, look like they're getting ready to finish setting up. Seabit has his security set up, and his hand looks decent considering if he's going first or second. Does not know who's going first over here. It's Tony, obviously. Now he catches free. And oof, hard plays the Leomon. Now that Leomon's not bad, but having a hard play Leomon is not the fun. It's not the fun idea. So Seabit plays the tie, because the tie is at least going to be set up, and then Analog Youth, adding Jazarihimon, trashing Jazzard or Jazza, and an Analog Youth. Hits the rookie. Let's go. And then Digivolves for 3 into Loader Leomon for Fortitude. Gio draws 2, hits a card that dies to you. I think that was a Leomon. Or Leomon. I think the level 4. The card that's not Leomon but is Leomon. Big cat. Now Seabit needs to consider the options carefully. Like I said, I'm not sure if he is, but right now I would recommend playing around the Mega Gargo Ace if he is playing it in the list. Not sure if he is, but again, actually I think he might have been. I think he was playing it by the time. Well, he was playing definitely at our previous local, so I wasn't sure if he was playing it here though, since this footage is obviously from a little while ago. Big thonking, big thinking, big brain plays. He already has Dorbick in hand. We can see that. And he has a Crimson Blaze. That Blaze could be handy later. Or even now, because he could use it. Or he's just going to, yeah, Crimson Blaze, so that way, if it dies, it won't be able to come back for Fortitude, because it can't be played by an effect. So this is a stun play. More than it is a actual... But he's going to swing with Loader Leo anyway, just to get some pressure and aggression out, because you kind of need it in this matchup. And goes Green Mem Boost and adds, I believe he adds the Leomon. Again, the level 4 that's Leomon but not being Leomon. Hatches Koro, Digivolves to Gio. Let's see, considering how the field looks right now, he could drop Dorbick and try to swing a lot of pressure, but if Dorbick gets outed, that's the problem. Seabit decides to go hashtag YOLO. We don't care. We end this place. For going into Dorbick to swing big checks. What makes this a little more fun is the fact that Majirmon's going to be able to suspend the Dorbick because of the but it doesn't matter because he runs into, I believe that's the boss punch, which deletes the Dorbick. So, oh, he devolved Leo. Okay. So, swings, devolves to Grap Leo. Plays, I believe that is Leomon to search for, and hits the Heavy Leo. And then Heavy Leo on top of Loader Leo, because Loader Leo gives blocker. Digivolve to Black Growl. Both will mill the top 2. And it would... And he recycles a Guilmon or a Gil, Gallon, or Growl. Which is pretty consistent. Helps out the deck maintain a consistent aggression. As well as if, say, his early end piece was deleted or sent to the trash by this point, having it available is good. Swings 1 check with Growl. Decides to block. And then drops a Death Axmon for a lot of memory, but it's going to wipe the board clean, except for the Loader Leo. So that's a lot of memory. Excuse me, I gotta take a sip of my drink. But Seabit is expecting that you can't really build up again. Another Loader Leomon. He wants Leo in the back. Does have to place something else on the board with Loader Leomon if he doesn't want it to be deleted by Death X's effect at the end of turn. Because Death X will check that it's the only card. Bossy Punch to give minus 12, then swing. And he's going to swing over Death X, and then thanks to Leomon's effect, unsuspends. Relatively, I think that was the only other play he had, because you really don't... Really, Death X staring you down was a very good, very hard situation for the play. Digivolves into a Burning Greymon. Digivolves into Voltramon. Swings, blocks, and Analog Utes gains 1 back. And check in the trash. Which means a Gallantmon is coming out. Most likely, considering the way he's counting it. Yep, here comes Gallant. Swings, pops it, gets rid of it both. 1 check. And then passes to 3. Gallant was, like, again, also the only way to really out that field coming up. Because if he had played Dorbick, he still had to deal with the body, and Dorbick might not have been able to get through. Plus, I think his hand wasn't big enough at least with enough resources to consistently play a Dorbickmon, and if it did not stick, it did was to grab, sets a tie. And plays the Boncho Leo for a reduced cost. And gives 4k and minus security plus attack -1 to the Gallant. That's gonna be the play here, because if he swings with the Geo, draws 1 on Geo. Now considering he's gonna use Boncho, hits the, I believe that's the Giant Missile, and it bot decks the Gallant. I'm actually curious if Tony could not have used Boncho Leo's effect to basically delete the Guillemon. And if Guillemon gets deleted, would he have still gotten his draw, since he was no longer on the field to resolve the effect? I don't know. But either way, I don't know how much that's going to matter, because Seabit's hand is kind of low, sitting at about maybe 6 cards in hand. Which means if he goes into Dorbick right now, that is his entire hand. And if he doesn't win the game here, Dorbick is... basically, Seabit has hope that Tony doesn't have an answer the next turn. So does he have enough resources to make a stack, or does he just... He goes into Jazarihimon, giving Tony a decent amount of memory. And... yeah! Decent amount of... well, puts him at... I believe that's 2 memory. So, the play right now could be... So, swings, Leomon. Leomon will give -3 to the Jazarihimon. And then I believe he's going to use the... yeah, going to use Boncho to give -DP to the... and then Digivolves into a Heavy Leo, and then bot decks the Jazarihimon. And this is where Leomon kind of wants to be, in this very advantageous controlling state. As long as... if Seabit does not drop a Dorbick now, with the ability to unsuspend and attack, this could be a very tough game. Digivolves Algamon in the back. Again, it has to be now or never. The time is now. Fireballs. He's digging for something. He is a digging. He's being like Doug Trio. Dig a dig, dig a dig. Trio, trio, trio. And scoops. Because legitimately that was tough. He wasn't seeing the piece he needs. Alright, we're in Game 3. This is the Game 3 final round of our Evo Cup. The winner of this gets all the marbles. You think? And also, when it comes to marbles, did you guys ever have like that cool cat eye one? I always wanted that one, but I always got like this. Well, I think I got a cat eye one, but that was a, but it was a green. Sorry. Thought of marbles because, you know, that's the one way to describe winning, and obviously we have a cat because of Leomon. Alright, now we're into game 3, obviously, and we're getting set up, and if I had to guess, based off of the buddy language, it's probably going to be either Seabit starting off because of getting to set pace, or it could be what's Tony, the creator, hitting us with the starting, because obviously, I mean, Seabit could go second because he wants to see the extra card. Going second in most games is fun for extra card and maybe extra resources, and sometimes going first lets you set the pace. Are you going first or going second? Leave it down below. Alright, Seabit's setup. His first hand was very good. Alright, and the mulligan is ready. Sets up, and now let's begin game 3, and Tony is opting for Seabit to go first. Gio on top of Gigi, and then just hard passes to 3. Hatch is free. Can he see a Ricket this time? Alright, I believe that is a Leomon. And then goes Leomon. Hits I believe that is a Leomon out of security. Then recovers. And then probably is going to Digivolve him back. Yeah, Digivolves. Yeah, Digivolve him back. Come on. Well, I think so, because he has to give him 2 memory. Yeah, Digivolves and puts him at 2. Gio for 2 and hits with a Kongu. That's nice, I suppose. Plays the memory setter tie and puts Tony to 2. Swing. Is he gonna swing with Leo? Yeah, swing with Laya. Swing with Leo. Digivolves into grapple bot deck to Guillemon. 7k. Hits a Master Tyranno, Fortitudes into Fortitudes back. And does he go into Heavy Leo? He is at 0 memory, so Heavy Leo will basically put Seabed at 5, and just gonna play an Elecmon to search for a Leomon. Gets the Loader Leo. No, he chooses to get Leomon and passes. And passes turn. Hatch Digimon. Actually, I don't recall if it was Gigi or Coral he hatched on first, but either way, it was a draw 2. With a Pot of Greed. Digivolves to Gamma. And fireballs away the Leel, or the Elec, and then plays another fireball. Board control! If he swings a grab and it dies, he doesn't get it back, so right now this is a very, it's sketchy. We're talking art school sketch, if you know what I'm talking about. Swings with grab, hits Jazzerihimon, dies, and drops the Bancho Leo for 6. Adds Gallantmon. Excuse me. So we know he probably has a Dorbick and a Gallant. We know he has Gallant, and assuming he has a Dorbick, he drops Dorbickmon for pretty much pretty much everything. Yes, I do see the blue, so there is a Majiramon underneath there. He will pop the Bancho. Swing that loses 3. Hits the Boss Punch. Or no, hits the Green Boost, then hits something. I don't think he had DP up, so he hit a Heavy Leo in security. It was either that or the Boss Punch. And hits a Green Boost. I don't believe Gallant is free here, so Gallant will pass turn if he goes into it. Yeah, he drops Gallant. Not particularly worried that Gallant will pass the turn. 3 cards. Looks like 3 to 4 cards in hand. It evolves into Leel. Pops the boost. considering what to do here. That Gallant, oh, he has like 4 cards in hand. That Gallant is going to be a card that relatively needs to get answered soon. And I mean that it does need to get answered relatively soon. Digivolve's loader. Well, swings Digivolve's in a loader, Leo. Gives -4 to Gallant, and then he's either he's going into heavy Leomon right now, or he's gonna go into another Boncho to give -4k to the Gallant. Dropped an Elec because really doesn't need much right now, and then turn passes. Either he didn't have to level 6, or he felt going to level 6 was really not the prevalent play. So he's going to pop the boost to go up to 5. And he's just going to drop Death X again. Give a lot of memory, but I think this time this was the more devastating Death X. Just because that was the only way... that was the only way Tony was going to out that board, because Tony had pretty much not a dominant board, but it was a very decent board. I mean, okay, he swings with Gallant, pops the Elec, and then swings over Loader Leo. Loader Leo still comes back. Death X was the only way to make sure that he isn't getting anything back on his turn. And now you put pressure because because Gallant and Death X together basically are telling you you need to place 2 things on board. And one can't be big enough that I can pop it with Death X, and the other can't be big enough. So he's going to Digivolve and Raising. I believe what the bank is going to be on is if there is a card in security. That is the bank play right now. I'm assuming that is the bank right now. Because Seabit has 2 swings on board. No, excuse me. 3 swings on board, and if any of them don't connect, like gets hit, like he outs the Geo or any of the Digimon, pretty sure by this point Seabit has drawn the Dorbick. Alright, uses Leomon or Boncho to give -4 and a -1 check. Swings with Gallant, and do we have either the hybrid or the Dorbick? We have Dorbick. Do we have the 5 sources? We have the 5. Yep. And there it is. Seabit took it, and Seabit is our Evo Cup champion. Thanks all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. And I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.